Palin was also asked about comments whether she thinks the U.S. should ever second-guess the state of Israel. Let's listen to her response.
We shouldn't second-guess Israel's security efforts because we cannot ever afford to send a message that we would allow a second Holocaust, for one. Israel has got to have the opportunity and the ability to protect itself. They are our closest ally in the Mideast. We need them, they need us, and we shouldn't second-guess their effort.
You don't think the United States is within its rights to express its position to Israel? And if that means second-guessing or discussing an option?
No, absolutely. We need to express our rights and our concerns. And
but you said never second guess them.
We don't have to second guess what their efforts would be if they believe that it is in their country and their allies, including us, all of our best interest to fight against a regime, especially Iran, who would seek to wipe them off the face of the earth. It is obvious to me who the good guys are in this one and who the bad guys are. The bad guys are the ones who say Israel is a stinking corpse and should be wiped off the face of the earth. That's not a good guy who is saying that. Now, one who would seek to protect the good guys in this, the leaders of Israel and her friends, her allies, including the United States. In my world, those are the good guys.
There's a lot of Democrats, especially on the internet, who suspect they want to try to eliminate a vice presidential debate by moving Friday's debate to the vice presidential debate slot. Do you think that's just kind of conspiracy theories?
I think it's conspiracy theory. I think you may lose one debate if McCain doesn't show up tomorrow night. But I think the bottom line is this one is too big. More people are interested in this debate, Biden versus her, than just about anything else.
It's interesting, we were talking about during the break about how one's eye changes and how, Sarah Palin energized the base, did, by most people's accounts, a remarkable job at the convention of getting people excited. This week, had there been a Mitt Romney or someone else, a financial expert, that might have helped John McCain in a different way. You saying, Paul, and you guys were both agreeing that the McCain campaign thinks tactically, not strategically. What's the difference?
They want to just get through the day. They were heading into a convention where the other party, Obama's party, was very excited and energized. They love Barack Obama. Republicans pretty tepid in the base toward John McCain. So what do? Plus, they wanted to get Hillary Clinton voters. So she's a woman. She excites our base. And it worked for a day or two or a week or two. But it's too consequential a choice. This woman, Governor Palin, may very well be a 72-year-old heartbeat away from the presidency. And they haven't even thought through how she plays out for the election, much less should she become the vice president.
How much of their decision-making do you think is John McCain and the way he makes decisions?
You know what? I think, as we were saying, it's always the candidate. It's always the candidate who runs the campaign. You run a campaign. Is it the candidate or is it you?
It's the candidate, but go ahead.
Well, I think it's the candidate, and John McCain is somebody who comes in a room and can really upset the apple cart when he comes in a room and say, I want to do this, I want to do that.
What's very important, and Paul and I both manage campaigns, you're the lion tamer. Mm-hmm. You're there with a little dinky chair and the whip, and you got to keep him performing or her the way that they need to perform. Make them look the best, do the things, and that doesn't mean you put words in their mouth.
McCain listen?
How do they use use Sarah Palin from here on in?
Well, she's got to do the debate, and the rest of it, I think I'd do fundraisers. I'd have her go the base. I wouldn't put her in a lot more interviews like this. And I think the one thing I'll say for her, she bought them 2 weeks in a campaign that they were struggling. That's a major, major contribution to a campaign.
There's another contribution. As a lot of people think McCain is not handling the economic crisis well, she's a distraction at least. Maybe a negative one, but anybody who dislikes her is already going to be against McCain. So she's a useful distraction.
At this point, I wonder how much the American public is really paying attention to anything she says. And at this point, I mean, his economy, everyone is worried about that.
And to be fair, Joe Biden has had his own series of gaffes.
As we have covered on this program many times, especially this week, a lot of gaffes indeed, particularly the last couple of days. Paul Begala, Ed Rollins, thanks very much. Gloria Borger as well.